Hey everybody, Nerd Transformed here again, and I'm reviewing another one of those Chinese knockoffs I got of the Legends classes. And you remember how I mentioned that they were saying such, in the listing on eBay, they were saying such things as Children for DS and such to try to get as many views as possible on this? Well, this one's knockoff name is, like how Starscream was called Red Devil, this one was called Skywalker. Yeah, let that set in considering the Star Wars movies are so popular right now. So yeah, this is Alternation Commander Skywalker, or in our words, oversized, knockoff Legends class Optimus Prime. This is based on, just like Starscream, he is based on the one of the Legends from the Thrilling 30 series. And just like Starscream, I do not have the original, but I do have Huffer, who is the same mold, so you can get a good idea of just the size differences here. You can also tell he's actually really well painted, much, you know, just as well as the original here. Or not the original, but one of the original molds. The official molds. I mean, it is really nicely painted. The only thing he's really missing is accessory, but he does have the hole in his head for an accessory, which... well, let's see, this is... nope, doesn't really fit. Does it fit you? Nope. Yeah, does not fit with 5mm peg, so... fortunately not. But the plastic quality isn't bad, much like with Starscream. The paint's pretty nice. I mean, we do get the windows painted in the proper blue. We do get yellow on top. We do get a lot of silver with the headlights, the top part, the grille, and the bumper all getting a nice amount of silver. And the little tanks on the side. Nothing on the back. The wheels aren't painted either. And they are really, really loose. Like you can see, they can get really crooked really easy. I mean, the original kind of had that, but here it's much worse. But kind of comes with being a knockoff, I guess. You can also see his legs are actually red plastic painted blue. I apologize for that. My camera just fell over. New stand. Still getting used to it. Okay. There we go. Clicked in place now. So yeah. Much like with the Starscream figure, it's all one colored or like only two different colors of plastic. It's just painted over. Despite the fact that they just used blue plastic, they could have saved a lot of paint. So I guess technically you could say this is all painted too, the legs. Because if you look at certain parts, especially if you start transforming them, you can see the actual pegs are red where the paint's chipped off. So yeah, his legs are completely painted blue. Which is actually kind of impressive considering even Hasbro really wouldn't do something like that. I'm gonna adjust the camera a little so you can see what I'm talking about. So yeah, let's get down to transformation, which is exactly the same as the original. To transform, pull the grill down. Go ahead, and the hands are kind of gripping his chest plate, so you gotta kind of pull them back at an angle. You want to rotate them out to the sides as much as you can, and bring the back parts here forward to form his shoulders. Which does extend his chest out a bit, because you can see it goes past the windows. Then you're gonna come over here, get the grill up and out of the way on the stipple hinge. There's a hinge that will collapse in to form his codpiece. Like so. Bring the bumper back down, because now you're going to rotate the entire top under the chest plate here. It'll all rotate around, so you get this at the front. Split the legs. Go ahead and open up the chest a little bit. That you can see it's that way you have room for his whole head and his antenna. And this is the hardest part, is this little piece that rotates up for his head. And you can see, unfortunately, no Autobot symbol on the chest because, of course, that's copyrighted. Then close up the chest a little bit. And just put up the grill kibble however you wish. I just kind of have it up right under the head like so. And there you have your knockoff Optimus Prime, or if you prefer, Alternation Commander's Skywalker in his robot mode. Alright, get comparison away. Now here he is next to the official Huffer. You can see he is much bigger than a Legends class, but he's not quite Deluxe class. Don't got a Deluxe class handy, but they would be about here. Deluxe class would be about here. So... but you can see also with Huffer, he has the Autobot symbol in the middle. Optimus Prime does not. Also with Huffer, you could, just like with Huffer though, you really can't close the chest plate without making the head dipping, because if you do that, it pushes the transformation piece down. So you do need at least a slight split to let the head sit up. But yeah, that gives you a good idea of just how much bigger this knockoff is. And like in his vehicle mode, he is really well painted here. If we get up on the head, you can see his mouth plate and his nose and his crest is all painted silver. Not really sure if I'm going to be able to pick this on camera, but he does have a tiny bit of a crystal blue for his eyes, so the knockoff even got the eyes done. You do get all this nice silver paint on the chest piece, as well as the bottom under the pecs. Nothing on the crotchular area. You do get the hands done in blue, which is pretty nice. Shin guards do get this gunmetal, which is actually pretty nice considering it's a different color. It's not used anywhere else in the figure, around the knee pads. Right under there we get a little bit of silver, and then you get a little bit of silver on the bottom of the calves, right above the feet. So again, for a knockoff, he's very well painted. Definitely, and it's weird because he's only like a $3 knockoff. I was kind of expecting it to be just an unpainted piece of plastic that barely resembles a figure and breaks in 5 seconds, but it is a really well done figure. He still retains all the articulation. He has a swivel at the head, so he does have more articulation than Starscream did. You do get back movement with the transformation joint. You gotta work with the kibble, but you can use that. You do get outward movement with the shoulders. You just gotta move this piece out of the way, his shoulder piece, so you can get outward movement going. Also get forward and backward. You do get a... oh, how my chest keeps popping together. You do get an elbow piece. And his chest is not... the only joint that's really loose compared to the Legends class is the chest pieces here, because I do tend to collapse in on their own and cause the head to go down. So you gotta be really careful with that, but the rest of the joints are pretty tight. Do get a swivel, and you can even use the transformation piece as like a ab crunch if you wish. You do get fully ball jointed legs at the hips, forward and backward, outward fairly far enough to get plenty of work with. And you do get ball jointed knees, so he actually has a leg swivel, unlike Starscream. As well as that head swivel and that ab crunch and waist swivel, so he's got a lot of articulation. And as mentioned, he is which is the same articulation the original had. And yeah, I keep bringing Huffer just because he's really the only best comparison I have for this guy here. So yeah, he is a knockoff, but he is extremely cheap. Like I said, like with the Starscream review, this little guy is $10 or $15, even $12. This thing's only $3.50. If you're getting this for a kid or even for yourself, I would recommend getting an alcohol wipe and wiping him down, because there is a very nasty feeling when you first get this figure, but after you wipe it down, it feels just fine. But you do gotta be careful, especially if you're giving this to a kid. But yeah, that's basically it for this figure. He's a decent little Transformer for the cheap price. And you are going to be expecting to wait 6 to 8 weeks, because it took about 7 weeks, about a month and 3 weeks extra for it to arrive after I ordered it. I ordered it in March, got it at the end of I ordered it at the beginning of March, got it at the end of April. So yeah, about 6 to 7 weeks I would say to be waiting, depending on where you're from. But yeah, I can recommend him if you're careful. Especially if you're giving this to a kid, please do wipe this figure down. But he is a decent little figure. Really, the only thing I would say that's wrong with him is he doesn't have an accessory. Starscream has guns, but unfortunately Prime does not get his gun. Although I think he can actually hold the official gun. His peg hole doesn't work quite right, but let's see. Can he hold it? Can he hold it? Yeah, he can hold it. It's a very tight fit, but he can hold the official 5mm gun. So, no way to store it in robot mode, but he can hold it if you so wish. If you have a spare gun sitting around for him to hold. So yeah, I would definitely recommend him. So this has been Nerd Transformed. I hope you enjoyed this review, and hope you have a good day.